It's been about a year since we've done a rifle build video, so it's high time we bring back the My Rifle series with this 280 Ackley Improved. After we finished developing our 30-06 and 280 AI magazines, as well as our 284 Winchester magazines, yes, there's a difference, I wanted to build a rifle to showcase those long-action standard bolt face magazines. With some help from some industry partners, we were able to build this rifle. So what I'm gonna do now is go over some of the components, and something that's a little bit different from our old My Rifle series videos is I'm gonna show you how it shoots. So I'm just gonna start from the rear forward and cover this stock first. This is a McMillan A3 with edge fill. It started life as a Remington 700 action inlet and an M5 bottom metal inlet stock. It was in a simple tan color, and we picked it up on the in-stock inventory from the McMillan online store. But once we got it, we knew we needed to make some modifications for the action that we picked, and we also wanted to add some special features and some special touches to it. So the first thing we did when we got the stock is we shipped it off to TS Customs, and we had them put our limited contact bedding block system into this McMillan. We have multiple barreled actions at the shop, so we wanted to be able to swap them in and out of this stock as needed. And we figured while it's there, let's get it fancied up, let's get a little paint on it. This is in their Pale Coyote Instinct pattern. It's generally reserved for the KS1 stock that TS Customs offered. So big thanks to Travis and his team for setting us up with this unique color for the stock. Now for this action, we picked a Zermatt Origin. The reason we went with the Origin is for its swappable bolt head design. We're making kind of a modular hunting rifle here with the stock and the bedding block. So having an action with a swappable bolt head is super handy if we want to go from the standard 473 bolt face for the 280 Ackley to say a Magnum bolt face for a 7 PRC, we can do that. Now moving down for the trigger, we're using a Bix & Andy Dakota. So this is kind of unique in the Bix & Andy line. It is a waterproof, searless design trigger. It goes from 1 pound to 4 pounds in pull weight. I've basically been using these on all my hunting rifles since they came out, and it's just a rock solid trigger for a hunting rifle. Big thanks to the guys at Bullet Central for helping us out with this one. For the bottom metal, should be no surprise, we're running our long action Hunter DBM and our long action Hunter flush mag. So this one is designed for 280 Ackley, 30-06, 270 Winchester. It holds 4 rounds and has a cartridge overall length of 3.770. That's gonna be more than enough space for the 175 ELD-X's that we're running in this 280 Ackley, and we're running them out of Peterson Brass. For the scope, we're running a Vortex Razor LHT. This is the 4.5 to 22 by 50 configuration. I have it sitting in a set of our Hawkins ultralight tactical scope rings. These are 30mm mediums. I just want to say a quick thank you to Vortex Optics. I actually picked this scope up off the price table at the Impact Foundation PRS match. Appreciate you guys supporting the shooting sports. We're putting it to good use. For the barrel, we went with a Proof Research carbon fiber Sendero contour barrel. This was also chambered by TS Customs. This is a 1-8 twist barrel, so it will handle those heavier bullets for the 7mm in that 175 to 190 grain range. And we also spec'd it out to be 22 inches long. I feel like that 22 to 20 inch range on a barrel is really handy, especially if you're gonna run a suppressor on your hunting rifle. Now all the way on the end, we have our brand new Updraft muzzle brake. This is a 5-port brake. The configuration we have on this rifle is the 30 cal version, 5/8 24, and the 1 inch diameter. You can see just how well it matches up to this Proof Sendero contour. The Updraft is a pretty unique muzzle brake. It has 4 rearward facing ports and 1 rear port that is straight and angled up. So it not only knocks down the rearward recoil, it also knocks down the muzzle flip or muzzle rise while you're shooting. Now the rifle as it sits here is 10 pounds, 3 ounces, and that includes the bipod and the mag and everything. I feel like that's a really nice weight, that 9 to 10 pound range for shootability. And really it's not that bad to hike around with a 9 or 10 pound rifle. Obviously a 6-pound rifle is really nice to hike with, but they also can be really hard to shoot. So I don't mind having a few extra pounds on my rifle so I can see my shots after I take them. So that's our new 280 Ackley shot build. Looks great. That's all well and good. How does it shoot? Well, I'm gonna take it to the range now and do a 10-shot ladder test. Something that I like to do when I'm dealing with a brand new caliber, a brand new powder, even a brand new bullet. I've found that doing a kind of a wide 10-shot ladder is gonna show you if you're in the ballpark for the right load for your rifle. If you've read our 7 PRC article, or I've done a couple articles on 6.5 PRC, all that testing I've done has shown me that it's a relatively quick way to see if you're on the right path with your load. So let's grab this thing, take it to the range. So now we're at the range, and instead of you guys watching the whole range session, which took quite a while as I was trying to be pretty careful with this brand new barrel, we're gonna speed up the footage and show you the charge weights and the corresponding velocity for those charges. What we're running here is Hodgdon H4831 shortcut. We're using Peterson Brass, that is a brand new virgin brass that I'm shooting, and a 175 Hornady ELD-X. We're starting at 54 grains. We're going to 55.8 grains. Please note that the Hodgdon manual does stop at 55.5, but I did go a little bit above that just to see how we were doing with velocity, and here are our findings. As you can see, the rifle is shooting really well. She was grouping that day, and this rifle has grouped really well this entire time. And if you're looking at it and you're seeing the velocities and you're thinking it's slower than you expected, it actually lines up really well with what's in the Hodgdon manual. So we are right on track with this powder and this bullet weight combination. All right, so we're back at the shop now. Just to kind of close up my thoughts on this rifle. I've actually been shooting it now for about 2 months. The first clips you've seen in the beginning of this video were recorded in November, and now it's late January. Some big takeaways: this gun is extremely accurate. I settled on 55 grains of 4831 shortcut. Didn't have a lot of time to develop this load past that. Netted me about 2,630 feet per second, which was a little slower than we expected, but every single shot from this rifle has just been driving tacks. I will say, every time I tell somebody that I'm shooting a 280 Ackley at 2630 with a 175, they either laugh at me or they tell me there's some other cartridge that'll do it faster. But I was able to take this rifle out, went on a hunt with Rocky Mountain Ranches, and was able to harvest an elk this January, shooting 2630, and did great, did just fine. So even though we were a little bit lower than we expected, really good, really accurate rifle, still took down some game. I will say I did change up one thing for the rifle for my hunt. I love our muzzle brakes, but I really do prefer to hunt with a suppressor. So out on the end here, I have a Thunderbeast Magnus SRR that I recently got. I got it just in time for the hunt, so I mounted it up, got the rifle re-zeroed, and it gets 2 big thumbs up for me. Really good sound suppression, and I was able to watch the bullet fly right into the elk when I harvested it. And that is our 280 Ackley shop build. And now I have some questions for you guys. What should we do with this rifle? Should we do some more testing with some other powders and see if we can get some more velocity with the 175 ELD-X's? Or if this was your rifle, would you be happy shooting at 2630, giving up a little bit of velocity, knowing that you have an extremely accurate rifle? Drop that down in the comments. Thanks for watching.